Red versus gray fox, what's the difference? You may think that if you've seen one fox, you've seen them all. But while they're all part of the Canidae or dog family, communicate using intricate yips, barks and squeals, and follow nocturnal and crepuscular activity patterns, there's more than one type of fox slinking around the woods of North America. And when you really start to compare them, you'll quickly realize there are many differences between them. Here's a closer look at two commonly found North American species, the gray fox and the red fox, and, some tips on how to tell them apart. If you love learning about wildlife, don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating animal facts and nature insights. Red fox or Vulpes vulpes. The red fox is known for its diverse coat colors, which can range from red to black, silver, and even a mix of red and silver. Despite this variation, most red foxes typically have black legs, black ear tips, and a distinctive white tip on their tail. Their facial features include long, pointy snouts and sharp, dog-like ears. Red foxes are highly adaptable and thrive in a variety of environments, including urban, suburban, and agricultural areas, as well as natural habitats like forests and marshes. The gray fox, or Urocyon cinerio argenteus, sports a salt and pepper gray coat accented by a black stripe running along its back and a black-tipped tail. Its face is pretty distinctive, with a shorter, stouter snout and ears that are just a bit more rounded, giving it a more cat-like appearance compared to the red fox. These foxes really prefer more secluded habitats, typically residing in forests and marshes that are farther removed from human settlements. So, how can you visually tell the difference between a red fox, which is Vulpes vulpes, and a gray fox, Urocyon cinerio argenteus? Well, relying on their name alone doesn't help much. Despite being called red foxes, they can actually have a variety of color morphs, including yellowish red, black, silver, albino, or even a cross between red and silver, which is called a cross fox. Red foxes do, however, typically have black legs, a white tail tip, and black ear tips. Most gray foxes, on the other hand, have those dark, grizzled gray salt and pepper coats with a black stripe that runs down their backs, and black-tipped tails. Sometimes you'll spot a bit of rusty or reddish coloration around their necks and on their legs. Now, from tip to tail, both species of foxes measure between 31 to 44 inches long and weigh somewhere between 7 to 15 pounds, with males being just a bit larger than the females. The gray fox often appears significantly smaller because it has shorter legs and a stockier body. There are differences in their faces too. Red foxes look much more like dogs. They have longer snouts and pointy, canine-looking ears. Gray foxes, on the other hand, have a more cat-like appearance, with smaller snouts and more rounded ears. Both red and gray foxes live in North America, and their ranges actually overlap to cover most of the United States. The red fox's range extends north into most of Canada, and in recent years, warming temperatures have allowed them to encroach upon the Arctic fox's territory, while the gray fox can be found farther south, even into Mexico and Central America. When it comes to habitats, red foxes thrive in a wide variety of places. You can spot them in urban, suburban, and agricultural neighborhoods, as well as in forests and marshes. They'll dig dens, or sometimes claim cozy spots another species had previously dug up, to give birth and raise their young. It isn't unusual for someone to discover a red fox family has set up camp beneath their backyard shed or deck. Gray foxes, on the other hand, generally choose to live farther away from humans. You'll typically find them deeper in the woods where there's more tree cover and closer to lakes, rivers, and marshes. They'll select a den site that's in some sort of rocky crevice, or even in a hole in a tree. Unlike other fox species, gray foxes have some pretty impressive climbing skills, thanks to their sharp, curved claws. They can also rotate their forelegs, which really helps them grip tree trunks. So what do red and gray foxes eat? Both foxes are opportunistic foraging omnivores. They'll feast on birds, insects, small mammals. Gray foxes have a particular penchant for rabbits and berries. If food is abundant, they'll cache it away, burying it for later use under piles of leaves, snowbanks, or stacks of brush.